I'm David Shaw from Off the Record Tours, and today I'm in Ukrainian Independence Park in Washington, D.C. to learn more about this man, Taras Schevchenko. Taras Schevchenko was born into serfdom in a small town in Ukraine. He lived in the mid-1800s and is considered the founder of modern Ukrainian language and literature. He is most famous for his poems, which deal with themes of Ukrainian identity, injustice, and the oppression of Ukrainian people. Schevchenko was an outspoken critic of Ukrainian society, particularly the oppression of the peasants and the country's domination by Russia. He even joined a secret society that advocated for Ukrainian independence. And this got him sideways with the authorities, and he was exiled to Kazakhstan for 10 years, where he was forbidden to write, but he did anyway. He returned to Ukraine, but was always watched by the authorities and was ordered to return to Russia, where he dies at 47. And you'll find statues of Schevchenko all over Ukraine today. So how does this statue of a Ukrainian writer end up in the Dupont Circle neighborhood of Washington, D.C.? Well, it's because of the Cold War. Two events converged. Thousands of Americans of Ukrainian descent wanted to recognize their countrymen as a symbol of resistance to Soviet oppression. And second, the U.S. saw this as a great opportunity to score propaganda points against the Soviets. The 1960 congressional resolution authorizing the statue stated, "Whereas in our moral capacity as free men in an independent nation, it behooves us to symbolize tangibly the inseparable spiritual ties bound in the writings of Schevchenko between our country and 40 million Ukrainians." Former President Harry Truman headed up the commemoration committee, and Ukrainian-Canadian artist Leo Moll made the bronze statue. In 1964, President Dwight Eisenhower unveiled the statue in the presence of 100,000 onlookers here. The statue's inscription was written to embarrass the Soviet Union and thus discourage Soviet, and now Russian, delegations from laying wreaths here. This is one of several statues in Washington commemorating heroes that fought for freedom in their own countries. And it's one of two monuments in the city remembering Ukraine. The other is the memorial to the 1932-33 Ukrainian famine caused by the Soviet Union, which we explored in another episode. Today, this park has new significance as Ukraine fights a bitter war against Russian aggression. Whether we have the moral capacity as a free people and an independent nation to stand with Ukraine as we did in 1964 has yet to be seen.